Alrighty guys, what's going on? Let's talk about the Netherworld arc in Fire Force, right? Because in this arc, compared to my last video which was about the Vulcan arc, in this one, characters were a lot closer to each other in terms of their power, so this was harder to rank and I could easily do a top 5, so that's what we're doing here. Now, I'm gonna start off the list at number 5 with Maki. I think Maki did some pretty impressive stuff here, right? First, we see her take on these soldiers, right? The enemy soldiers. She just takes them on barehanded, which is so badass. She then activates her Iron Owls, which Vulcan made for her. And at that point, she's taking down these guys. She has an amazing defense, blocking every single ability the enemy throws at her. And she then ends up fighting Flail, who fought Arthur in the last arc, while Arthur was dead OP. And we can see that Maki clearly, even like this, is stronger than Arthur was in the last arc, which is pretty insane to think about, right? She blocks, obviously, thanks to her ability, such a nice ability. She blocks his attack, which he honestly thought was gonna crush her. And then she just ends up crushing him. She turned the tables on him completely without taking any damage. So that just shows how strong Maki was in this arc. At number 4, I put Captain Hinawa. Now, it was very close, like in terms of number 4 and 5, putting these two characters. But I'll explain as to why I put him right above Maki, right? So, he's losing his fight against the archer enemy, but he then pulls out these shotguns, basically. And he has the power of a war tank with these shots. They're so powerful that they break his weapon every time he shoots, so he can only shoot once. Now you can see on the left just how powerful the shot is, right? His shot goes at supersonic speed, and it obliterates absolutely everything. And I think, you can correct me if I'm wrong if you know more about Fire Force than I currently do, but I'm pretty sure this shot would take down Maki's defense, even if she would defend using her powers, not the Iron Owls. I think it would pierce her, because this is more powerful than the arrows and she could barely hold off one of those arrows in an earlier arc, right? Which is why I put him above her. I think he can take Maki out with one shot if he wants to. Alright, now we're gonna go to number 3 and number 2. I'm gonna do these characters pretty much at the same time, because also they're very close to each other, but I'll explain why I have Shinra at number 3 and Sho right above him at number 2. So we start off the fight with figuring out that Sho's ability is basically that he can stop time, because he moves faster than time. Faster than the speed of light. So yeah, he moves faster than time, basically faster than Shinra, faster than anyone else. And he takes down Shinra pretty easily with this technique of his. He even says it doesn't matter how fast you are because he controls his own universe, meaning that he controls his own time. There's a whole explanation as to how he can do this with, you know, fire powers with emitting heat, but I'm not that tacky about it, so I'm not gonna get into all of that. But if you've seen or read it, you know what I mean, right? You know how he does it. Um, Shinra eventually catches up with him though. He's speeding up himself. He's learning how to move at the speed of light himself, and they actually go at it quite equally. But the thing is, with Shinra doing this, Shinra is getting overheated. And that's because he basically also turns into particles every time he uses the technique, right? Unlike Sho. So that's why I put Sho still above Shinra. I think if this fight would have kept going on, I think Shinra would have died, or at the very least lost, simply because he doesn't have the durability that Sho has, because the risk of matching Sho is too great for Shinra at this current time. Now at number 1, I've put Hamea, I believe her name is pronounced, Hamea. So we don't see much of this character, so it's pretty bold of me, I guess, to put her number 1 in this whole arc. But hear me out. She swoops in, she uses some weird technique with her fire to completely like shut Show down like a Windows computer, you know? With the tick of a finger, she shuts him down completely. Uh, his ability also didn't work at this point, probably because he's not connected to the preacher anymore. So I don't know if Show is just, you know, massively nerfed at this point, or if she's just that powerful that she can take like control of such a strong character. However, she then also, without even looking at it or moving any limbs, deflects a bullet coming at her, and she deflects Maki's iron awls coming at her. And these basically one-shotted Flail earlier, right? Think about that. She then also, for only a small amount of time, takes on the whole 8 Brigade that is protecting Shinra. So her only weakness seems to be Arthur's Plasma, but other than that, she's still, you know, she didn't get hurt. She's keeping every attack at bay, and she's just making a fool out of the whole 8 squad, basically, right? So, yeah, I think she's really OP. I think it's gonna be pretty scary to see more of her in a future arc. I don't know if Sho is nerfed from now on, so that's gonna be interesting to see as well. But yeah, please leave me a like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments what you think of this ranking, and if you agree, and if not, how you would place them and why you would place them that way. I'm super interested in this kind of topic lately, which is why I'm doing these. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. I'll probably do this for the next arc as well. Peace.